But you do feel good about Bryan Woo up on the mound, his first outing of the season. I think we're all anxious to see what not only does Woo look like today, but just the follow-up to an excellent year last year.
And he got him, chasing after a fastball, running away. The first strikeout this season for Bryan Woo. Fouled right back to Cal's glove. 96 again from Bryan Woo, and he strikes out Brent Rooker for out number 2.
Swung on and missed. Got him.
Locked him up. Throws him at 95. Swing and a miss on a fastball up and in from Woo. That's his 5th punch out.
Bryan Woo was excellent in this game. He pitched really well.
Bryan Woo getting the assignment today, pitching against his boyhood team up on the mound, trying to avoid the sweep to the hands of the Giants this afternoon.
Woo is definitely going to make you earn it, no doubt about that. One of 9 pitchers last year with more games started than walks.
98 upstairs to Wade. 4 straight heaters and some of the best velo we've seen. A long hold from Woo. Now a peek at second. And he got him. Rips it past him at 97. Woo with the good stuff cooking early today against the Giants. Upstairs, 96-mile-an-hour heat. That's his 2nd strikeout.
And I love the location of where his 4-seamer is today. It's at that top rail or just above it.
Luis Matos getting his first start of the series. Hard hit grounder. Bliss able to pick it right there on the cut of the grass and take a hit away from Matos. That ball was scalded, nearly 112. 98 just in off the plate. And Woo gets the call. A hat tip to Cal Raleigh. That's the 4th strikeout for Bryan Woo. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. Chasing a breaking ball away for out number 1. 2 outs, nobody on. The 1-2. Froze him. 95 over the plate. 6th strikeout today for Woo. A clean 6th inning. Bryan Woo getting set for his 3rd start of the season, taking the mound on a Saturday night here inside T-Mobile Park. He gets a swing and a miss on a fastball over the plate. There is out number 2. Here it comes. He froze him on the corner. A heater at 96. Strike 3 called. Some paint down and in on high. That's 3 consecutive strikeouts for Bryan Woo.
This ball right on that inside corner and just locks up Jonah Heim.
On the ground, Rivas has it. Little flip to JP, on to first for 2. A very late swing on a fastball up, and some frustration at the plate from Heim in another form. A weak comebacker. Woo runs it halfway. A little game of skee ball for round number 1.
The ball just really jumps out of his hand.
95 upstairs. Another strikeout for Bryan Woo. There's another punch out for Woo. Back-to-back strikeouts, 6 on the night. On a 2-2. Strike 3 called, and what a way to end a dominant night from Bryan Woo. He retires the final 12 hitters that he faces and finds himself in absolute cruise control since the 1st inning.
He'll face Bryan Woo, making his 4th start of the season. Roden strikes out.
It's good to see Bryan Woo get a fastball right past George Springer. It's been something we haven't seen a lot of swing and miss yet.
And he's gone. 97. Elevated the fastball, got a chase, and the 3rd strikeout tonight for Bryan Woo. That's a 1-2-3 7th for Bryan Woo. He's been mowing him down. That's 9 straight Blue Jays retired.
Yeah, nice way to start this game before you even take the mound here at Fenway. But for Bryan Woo, man, he has been the most consistent Seattle Mariners starting pitcher, going no less than 6 innings at least every start.
Just in. Oh, he gets the call. Duran strikes out looking. Woo, a sharp start. 3 pitches, his first punch out.
Now 3 pitches, all fastballs at the top of the zone.
And he got him. Bryan Woo, a couple of strikeouts to begin his afternoon. And that fastball is alive today at Fenway. Ooh, look at that swing and a miss. Wow. Abreu strikes out on a 3-2. A swing and a miss. He ties him up with a 2-seamer running down and in. Nothing but fastballs to Christian Campbell. Swing and a miss. Up and out of the zone. 5 strikeouts from Bryan Woo. 1 away. 2-2. And that kind of ran back over the plate, and he gets a strike 3 called on Story. He got him a weak wave and a slider off the plate. Fabulous first 4 innings for Bryan Woo at Fenway Park. Swing and a miss as he came in with a breaking ball and picks up his 8th strikeout today. Bryan Woo on the mound tonight. Woo coming off a start earlier this year against the Rangers where he was dominant. 1 run over 7. Down on 3 pitches. Woo makes quick work of him. 4 strikeouts. And that's strike 3 called. Fastball up in the zone. Second punch outs for Woo. They sent him down. There's a strikeout for Woo. His 3rd as Langford is retired. And the strike 3 called, and Adolis Garcia is saying, man, we can't get anything to go our way. Strike 3 called, just mowing him down. 5th strikeout for Bryan Woo. Blows it right past him, up and in at 95, and Bryan Woo is spinning a gem. Swing and a miss, and that fastball has been cooking again tonight for Bryan Woo. 7 punch outs. And he puts them away, nearly stumbling on top of home plate. A rising fastball up and in. That's the 8th punch out from Bryan Woo. Bryan Woo, a Bay Area guy who has just flat out dominated this A's team over the course of his young career.
6-0 with a .72 earnings.
Butler goes swinging at a pitch up and out of the zone, and Woo gets his first strikeout.
I know that sweeper can be really effective, but this right here, that 4-seam fastball is his #1 weapon.
A swing and a miss. Back foot breaking ball there from Woo. He gets Soderstrom, and that strands Wilson's double at second base. Bouncing ball. Tackle. Short right field. Dylan Moore and Tellez on the other end. A fantastic play by the Gold Glover, and helps get the pitch count more in line for Bryan Woo. His first 1-2-3 inning. Lined, and a nifty pick by Dylan Moore. Man, that was awesome. Takes a hit away and saves a run. Cal holds on to it. A strikeout for Bryan Woo to begin things here in the home 5th.
Bryan Woo with that sweeper that starts on the outer 1/3 of the plate and then breaks off, and Rooker isn't able to allow that ball to travel deep enough.
There goes Brown swinging a weak ground ball, a swinging butt. Woo off 1 foot. That is a fine play. Bryan Woo, thing of beauty.
That's something he takes a lot of pride in, and it's not like this is a big stretch for him. He was a shortstop in high school, didn't start pitching until late, and that has shortstop written all over it. His ability to just turn and fire that ball without even looking to see where he is in relation to first base.
He put him away with a fastball upstairs, out #1.
Great location on this 2-seamer, in on his hands and above the barrel. Tough pitch to get to, especially after everything he'd been throwing him in this at-bat was down.
Strike 3 called. Off-speed paint on the back door.
This is such a hard pitch. Mentally, you just give up on this sweeper. I mean, it's 16 inches outside, and then he drops it on the outside corner, low and away.
Here comes pitch number 100. And he got him. A fastball from Woo. The invisible, and Pareda can't touch it. Now, Bryan Woo has been the Mariners' most consistent starter overall this year. He makes his 8th start tonight.
It's a simple formula for Woo. Get ahead in counts, go right after guys, and then attacking the edges, go to the secondary stuff.
And he puts them away. Good changeup to start the 2nd inning. And he freezes Volpe. Back-to-back strikeouts here in the 2nd inning.
He is so hard to guess right on. I mean, yes, you're thinking fastball, but it's not just, okay, I'm guessing right on the fastball. Which fastball are you trying to guess right on?
A wave and a miss. Woo gets judged chasing off the plate.
Pitch before that 4-seam fastball at 97, and then you have to react 10 miles per hour slower to that sweeper that starts on the outer half, and you just look, and there's no way.
A swing and a miss, up and out of the zone. Woo strikes out Judge, and now Bellinger to begin the 4th inning.
So deceptive. You think you can get the barrel to it, and then it just continues to rise above.
Swing and a miss. That fastball is alive tonight for Bryan Woo. He has sat down the last 13 Yankees in a row. This will be the 9th pitch of the at-bat from Woo. And he got him, puts him away with a high fastball.
It's a 4-seam fastball at the top of the zone that he can't get his barrel to, and that's really something because Vivas is a guy that is really good at making contact.
Dan Wilson is going to his bullpen now that the Yankees have the tying run in scoring position. Well, the Mariners needed this kind of a start tonight from Bryan Woo against the game's best lineup, and Bryan Woo, did he ever deliver tonight inside T-Mobile Park. He has been the best and most consistent starter for the Mariners this year.
Absolutely. Talking about that last start, gave up that double in that first inning against the Yankees and then retired 15 straight.
He locked him up. Fastball up and in, and Merrill caught looking. This is the 8th pitch. And he gets him on the corner. Second strikeout looking from Bryan Woo. He just dots up that changeup. 3-2 from Woo. He fouls it back to the glove of Garver. 97 just off the plate.
Swung on and missed. He went twisting away at a vicious slider out of the zone. Another strikeout for Woo, his 4th of the day. He's retired 7 in a row. Bryan Woo is grooving.
Jackson Merrill, a ground ball. Rivas ranging, gets there, throws in time. Dynamite play, Leo Rivas. Bryan Woo and the Mariners. Man, are they playing a good game on a Sunday in San Diego.
Here's the 1-2. Strike 3 called, freeze him. Upper rung, 94, zipped it by him. Bryan Woo dominant in San Diego.
Bryan Woo will be the man facing them. He has been the Mariners' best starting pitcher so far this year.
Yeah, he's been really good. Look at that 2.65 ERA.
And he locks him up, down and away. Some paint from Woo to begin his afternoon. A little sword at the top of the zone, 95. He put him away. Swing and a miss. He puts him away with a little bit of spin, and Jake Myers is retired.
Right there.
Look at that.
He dots it up, down and in, hits the corner. Ground ball. He lets Rivas handle it. Tough play, and Solano able to get it at first base to cap the day for Bryan Woo.
Happy dad right there.
Woo goes 6 innings yet again, every time out this year. Bryan Woo is up on the mound tonight for the Mariners, making his 11th start this year.
With that 5-2 record and an ERA of 2.6.
Here's a 2-2. He really tied him up on a 97-mile-an-hour two-seamer. Swing and a miss. 97 paint on the inner edge. Bryan Woo strikes out his college teammate. Woo, who has put together an all-star first half so far, has simply been one of the best starting pitchers in all of baseball. A 2.82 ERA. Right back up the middle. Crawford down to his knees, pops up, and he takes a hit away from Jackson Holliday. 1 away.
Well, the infield has really shined defensively in this series. We've seen Cole lay out to his left and his right a few times, and right here JP, but he gets him over at first.
He got him, rips it past a 96-mile-an-hour fastball. A swing and a miss at a fastball up and out of the strike zone. Bryan Woo, a 1-2-3 second inning. Swing and a miss, he got him. Fastball strikes out Henderson. Strike 3 call. Well, Hearn not too pleased with that. EQC Tracer shows it in off the plate. Maybe call it even after that. Strike 3 call. 97 burns the outer black. Another strikeout for Bryan Woo. He goes around.
And a nice tight slider by Bryan Woo. He gets him to chase.
Bryan Woo on the mound today for the Mariners.
Bryan's coming off allowing 4 earned runs in 6 innings against the O's on Thursday. He was originally scheduled to start on Tuesday, and hopefully that extra day's rest will help him out here.
And here's the pitch on the way. Check swing. Does he go? Yes, he does. Strike 3. So Bryan Woo with a strikeout, and Suarez is still standing at home plate talking with Scott Berry. He said, "Did I go?" And he said, "Yes, you did."
I didn't think Gino was going to leave.
No, he didn't want to leave. Swing and a miss at a fastball, strike 3, and that's going to retire the side. Bryan Woo with strikeouts number 1 and 2 here in the bottom half of the second.
Woo fields this. Trips as he looks, and now side tosses over to first base, and Solano makes the catch. That was almost a disaster. Woo able to keep his feet barely.
Bryan Woo is so athletic. He takes a look, and when he does, he loses his balance, but that is just so impressive. Little 360 spin, and a really nice job of Donovan Solano to go across the baseline and adjust to that throw.
Now they're racing back. Polanco makes the catch, and Thomas retreats. Well, the infield end, that was a little bit more of an adventure than it normally would be.
As we mentioned, the infield was drawn in, so he's on the cut of the grass. And, obviously, Demo out there in right field, he's playing in normal position. So look how far Polanco goes to get this one.
He does exactly that. Back foot breaking ball. Strikes out Josh Naylor.
I like this. He had thrown the slider early in the count, but had gone away from it and was throwing him fastballs, and then comes back and gets it with the slider. A really good movement on this pitch today.
Swung on a chopper to second base. Polanco has it. Sidearm tossed to first to get the out, and the inning is over, but not before a lot of damage. 5 on the board, including a grand slam by Suarez in the 6th.
It's Bryan Woo's turn in the rotation, making his 14th start. He has gone at least 6 innings every start so far this year.
Now, this has been the toughest stretch for him. The last 4 going 0-3 with a 5.11 ERA.
The 0-2. And he got him, swinging upstairs. First punch out tonight for Bryan Woo. Caps a scoreless first inning. Swing and a miss. He takes care of Story on 3 pitches. The strikeouts have been a problem for the veteran shortstop this year.
It really has. You see Bryan Woo starting to find a little bit of rhythm here in the 2nd inning. Back and forth early, trying to find that strike zone.
As he whips on that 96-mile-an-hour fastball. 3rd strikeout for Bryan Woo, who has gone through the order for the first time now.
I've seen the effect on both these fastballs. A couple ground balls on that sinker, and then this. And that's when Bryan Woo is living in that spot right there, good things happen.
Weak tapper, bare hand, Woo on to first. This is a team that strikes out quite a bit, among the most in baseball. Swing and a miss. 2 outs, 4th strikeout for Woo.
That's the changeup down and away. Pitch can be such a weapon to lefties when he gets to that part of the strike zone.
Saws him off. A slow ground ball, bare hand play. J.P. Crawford, all kinds of time. 11 in a row sat down by Bryan Woo with a little bit of help from that Gold Glover behind him.
And Bryan Woo is rolling. He's retired 11 in a row. The Red Sox go quietly in the 4th. Mariners leading 5-0 over Boston.
Look at that heater.
He strikes him out. 2 away. His 3-2 pitch. Strike 3 called. He dots him up, down and in. Dominant stuff once again tonight for Bryan Woo. 6 scoreless. He has sat down 17 of the last 19 Red Sox hitters. Tellez. Down to Crawford. Rowdy back to first base, and a double play. That wipes away that leadoff walk. Suddenly 2 away.
I mean, Bryan Woo, there's only been a couple times where he's barely broken a sweat. Again, that walk here in the 7th inning. Long at bat to Narvaez. 1 pitch later, ground ball. It's his 7th ground ball of the day. And you saw that stat there, 14 straight, 6+. And you think about all the injuries, and Bryan Woo's been that one guy who, through all of that, going 6+ pretty much every 5th day. It's pretty unbelievable.
On the ground, over to J.P. Crawford, circles around it. What else can you say about Bryan Woo? Nearly no hit stuff tonight from inside T-Mobile Park. Just 1 single hit and 7 scoreless hung tonight against the Red Sox.
Yeah, I mean, little adjustments. I think, I don't know, sometimes you go into a game and you want to get ahead so bad that you almost try too hard. And I think that was kind of a little bit of it, like overthrowing a little bit in the beginning and falling behind a lot, and didn't do a great job with 0-0s and a lot of 1-0, 2-0 counts. You had to work back in, and then, the first couple innings kind of a little bit longer, and then did a better job in the back half of getting ahead and kind of being in control of the at-bats a little bit. But yeah, just adjustments you had to make throughout the game. I'm always kind of leaning on it, but I think, there's days where it's got a little bit more life and guys just aren't seeing it. I think with the sun too and the shadows, I think it was also a bit of a factor. So yeah, I think once you get through the 2nd and 3rd time through the lineup, I think I still got to do a better job of mixing in the secondaries and not being so predictable. I feel like, especially with the 2 homers in the last inning, just kind of it was falling behind and not doing a good job of being in control of the at-bat. Then you kind of have to lay in when you get to 3-2, and that one's on me. I got to do a much better job of getting ahead, being in control of the AB, and then can kind of do what I want from there versus you fall behind and you get a little predictable. So, yeah, always things to get better about.
You talk about consistency. He has had 15 consecutive starts where Bryan has gone 6 or more innings pitched.
A wave and a miss. Goes chasing after that sweeper in the other batter's box. Swing and a miss. Fastball gets Garcia. Second strikeout for Wu. Does he go? He goes around.
Here comes the 2-2. Swung on and missed. Down he goes. He got it by him, a fastball, and that's it for Texas here in the third. Swung on and missed. A weak wave upstairs at a fastball. Strikeout number 5 for Wu. There's one away here in the fourth.
Swing and a miss. Wu got him. Strike 3 call. Throws him on a fastball. Swing and a miss. Elevated fastball, and Garcia strikes out for the third time. 8th punch out today for Bryan Wu.
Swung on and missed. He got him. He has matched his career high in strikeouts for his second straight start. 9 punch outs for Bryan Wu.
Popped him up. Cole Young underneath it. 16th time this year Bryan Wu has gone at least 6 innings, and he has matched a career best once again with 9 strikeouts today. Facing the right arm of Bryan Wu, who gets the nod in game 1. Swing and a miss as Wu falls down and practically does the splits.
Extra little extension down the mound. A little backdoor breaking ball.
Swing and a miss as he chases that sweeper. Back-to-back strikeouts for Wu.
Yeah, you can see Bryan Wu trying to get to the top of the strike zone against Andrew McCutchen.
Strike 3 call. Swing and a miss. 97 on the outer black from Wu. His 0-2. Quick work of the veteran Bryan Reynolds. A weak wave and a miss.
And then you got Frazier, who he's a tough guy to strike out. So you look at this and think, all right, I got loaded bases, 1 out, and we get that punch out.
On a 3-2. On the ground, Williamson has it. Cut of the grass. On to first, and Wu pumps his fist as he leaves him loaded in the 4th inning. Strike 3 called. Some paint with a slider to McCutchen. That's the 7th strikeout for Bryan Wu. Swing and a miss. That's the 8th strikeout today for Bryan Wu.
Yeah, and the other part of this is too, with talking about Bryan Wu, is he throws a slider right here. He's seeing more and more of those secondary pitches in some of these counts.
Now Bryan Wu, not surprising, goes 6 innings once again.
Yeah, 6 innings again.
On the mound for Seattle, Bryan Wu, the All-Star.
He was pitching for the 3rd time in his career in this ballpark.
And he has been very good against the Yankees.
The 2-2 pitch, swing and a miss, and he got him with a fastball for strike 3. So strikeout number 1 for Bryan Wu. The 3-2 to Bellinger. Swinging a ground ball to Young at second. Cole has it. Over to second for 1. Relayed by JP. And it's in time for the double play. And Bryan Wu gets out of a jam here in the bottom of the 1st inning. He gets the ground ball he needed, a 4-6-3 double play, and Wu, the magician, doesn't give up a run here in the bottom of the 1st. Swing and a miss for strike 3, and there it is. Career strikeout number 300 for Bryan Wu. This young man has been outstanding since getting to the big leagues. Swing and a miss for strike 3. That is strikeout number 301 for Bryan Wu. 1-2-3 go the Yankees here at the bottom of the 2nd.
97, ring him up at the knees. A bolt right there, well located from Bryan Wu. 4th punch out tonight.
Swinging a hard hit ground ball backhanded to first by Raley. Underhand flip to Wu at the bag, and it's in time to get Wells, and that is going to retire the side. And how about that? 14 in a row set down by Bryan Wu.
And Bryan Wu is no-hitting the Yankees through 5.
Strike 3 called. Upstairs at 96 miles an hour. Bryan Wu, the California kid, feeling right at home in the Bronx.
17 straight Yankees retired. Through 6, Bryan Wu is throwing a no-hitter here in the Bronx.
Swung on a hot shot, first base side. It's snared by Raley. Throws to first base. Wu covering. Stomps on the bag. That's the out. What a great play by Luke Raley. That's 18 in a row put down by Bryan Wu.
This is shot out to center. Julio gliding back right there to make the catch. A quick 7th for Bryan Wu, blanking the Yankees in the Bronx.
Bryan Wu has retired 20 in a row, hanging zeros against the New York Yankees.
Ground ball, and it's into right field. After 20 in a row, retired by Bryan Woo, and 7 no-hit innings. All you can do is smile.
You know, it's like after being named an all-star, he just went out there tonight and showed everybody exactly why he's headed to Atlanta. What a fantastic outing that he has had here tonight. Congratulations.
Bryan Woo, who was brilliant in his 1 inning in the All-Star game and is pitching with as much confidence as anybody right now. Swing and a miss, and a fastball sinking down and in. First strikeout today for Bryan Woo. Does he? Yes, he does. Chases that sweeper, and Diaz is out number 1. Second strikeout for Woo.
This whole place to myself.
Strike 3 called out the corner. Wickham not happy about it, but it was there.
Again, that fastball. You can see Mitch Garber wants it up in the strike zone. Doesn't matter. 96 paint down and away.
He got him. Swing and a miss upstairs. 4th strikeout for Bryan Woo. Ties him up at 96 down and in.
Again, that good sinking fastball. Altuve, such a weapon against him. Down and in. Situation where by that third at bat, they kind of get that. Look at that pitch right there, that fastball.
It is Bryan Woo up on the mound, his 20th start for the All-Star.
And it's a simple formula for Woo. Ahead in counts, go right after guys, then attacking on the edges.
And he got a 97 over the plate. He overpowers Mike Trout. And there is out number 1. Swing and a miss. 97 middle away. Second punch out from Woo.
It's been interesting to see him go east and west here, locating on the inside and the outside corner so far.
As he swings and misses at a pitch. Just fouls it back, actually. There is out number 2.
Like the at-bat for Adele.
Generous call. 96 well off the plate. The 0-2. Oh, he absolutely locked him up. A 97-mile-an-hour bolt. He got him. Tied him up. 6th strikeout for Woo.
This is an impressive slider here by Bryan Woo. He gets him to expand the zone. No chance.
Popped him up. Williamson charging in. The Mariners' third baseman makes the catch in front of the mound for round number 3. Bryan Woo has done it again.
His 20th consecutive start to open the season, going at least 6 innings. He has matched an all-time franchise record with the great Hall of Famer Randy Johnson.
0-2. Swing and a miss, and a fastball up. And he got him. And Duhar strikes out. Here comes the 0-2. Blows it past a 96. Third strikeout. 1-2. He got him. Good changeup. All right, let's take a look at
against him. And the last couple of starts, it's been a little bit of a different story.
He goes around. 5th strikeout for Woo. So nobody on. Speaking of strikeouts, 97 looking. Kurtz. Bryan Woo takes the ball for the Mariners today. The All-Star. He has been the most consistent starter this year for the Mariners. And fires home. Swing and a miss on a fastball middle away. 1 away. Benintendi strikes out. 2 away.
This slider has just got really good movement on it down below the zone, and he gets the chase.
Here comes the 0-2. Inner edge, strike 3 called. Third punch out for Bryan Woo. 2-2. Swing and a miss. Good heater. Up and away at 97 miles an hour. 4 strikeouts already for Bryan Woo. Slider takes care of Tauchman, who strikes out for the 2nd time. 96 over the plate. Lock him up. Robert caught looking. 6th strikeout for Woo. Here comes the 2-2. Down and away at 97. Bryan Woo racking up the strikeouts. He's got 7 punch-outs over 4 innings. He got him at the top of the zone. 3 straight strikeouts from Woo and 8 in total tonight. Strikeout number 9 for Bryan Woo. He has matched a single-game career best.
And once again, it's, of course, the 4-seamer. And once he realizes where this pitch is, there's no way he can stop the swing.
It's another start of 6 innings for Bryan Woo. Boy, you can put it in the bank again. Canzone angling towards the line. Dom Canzone makes the catch. Bryan Another dominant start tonight. He holds the White Sox to just 1 run on 2 hits over 7 innings. So the Mariners teeing off on this homestand and trying to give some run support to a guy who's been one of the best starting pitchers in baseball today. You see the ERA. He's got a chance to get beneath 3 with a good outing this afternoon.
And you look at that sparkling walk rate, 4.6%. He has recorded 2 or fewer walks in 44 straight starts. It's the longest active streak in all of baseball.
Swing and a miss on a high fastball to 97. Bryan Woo, a pretty tiny first inning, picks up his first strikeout. A swing and a miss. Second strikeout for Woo.
The 0-2, swing and a miss, strike 3. Peters goes down swinging, strikeout number 3 for Bryan Woo. That's it for the Rays. They get 1 run and they leave a man.
Here comes the 1-2. Swung on and missed. That was a beauty. A slider down in the zone. 4th strikeout for Woo, and there's 2 away.
Swing and a miss on a fastball, and once again, 5th punch out for Bryan Woo.
Swung on and missed. Went upstairs with a heater. Blows it by him. Strikeout number 6 for Woo.
He got up and in with a fastball. 7th strikeout for Bryan Woo.
Another one follows it up, backs it right back up, and running in on him. There's that elevated fastball that he gets so many swings and misses with.
0-2. He got him, puts him away with a breaking ball in the dirt. 8th strikeout for Bryan Woo.
On his 2nd strikeout on the slider.
Next pitch will be number 99 for Bryan Woo. Here's the 0-2. He struck him out! 9 strikeouts. Bryan Woo matching a career high. He becomes the first player since future Hall of Famer Clayton Kershaw back in 2019 to start his season with 23 consecutive starts, going at least 6 innings.
And on the mound for the Mariners this afternoon, Bryan Woo has been outstanding all season long. Woo 10-6 with a 3.08 ERA, making his 24th appearance of the year.
That works. We'll take that one. Freezes Alonso. Big out. Number 2 for Woo.
And this slider backed up a little bit. You can see Cal setting up down and away, trying to get that chase, but you'll take it.
Mullen swings through a fastball. Center cut, can't catch up with it. That's strikeout number 2 for Woo.
The 0-2 again. Swing and a miss at a high heater, strike 3. Strikeout number 3 for Bryan Woo, and 1-2-3 go the Mets.
Oh, swing and miss at a slider below the zone. He goes off speed to get him.
Tell you what, we just don't see that kind of chase from Juan Soto.
Big swing and a miss for strike 3. That is strikeout number 5 for Bryan Woo, and 1 away for the Mets here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Wow.
Swung on and missed. Woo gets the punch out, his 6th of the day. He goes 1-2-3 here in the 4th inning.
Swing and a miss, strike 3. That is strikeout number 7 for Bryan Woo.
1-2. Strike 3 called. That was a beauty. Scrape in the inner half. A slider. Strikeout number 8 for Woo.
Well, Pete just shaking his head, talking to the home plate umpire as he goes back to the dugout there. Really good pitch.
The Mets have the bases loaded. Yeah, Mauricio 0 for 2 with those strikeouts. And the 0-1 pitch swung on, popped up right side of the infield. He's going to get out of it. Naylor camps underneath and near the bag. And Kerplunky makes the catch. Bryan Woo, with ice water in his veins, gets out of a bases loaded jam. How about that? Way to go, kid. Mom and Dad pretty happy about it.
And Charger trying to keep it in the ballpark tonight. It is Bryan Woo up on the mound. Swing and a miss. He goes chasing that breaking ball down and away. 2 up and 2 down. A strikeout to Soderstrom to end the top of the 1st.
Unfortunately for Lawrence Butler, he gets the slider.
He struck him out. Swing and a miss on a good fastball up. Swing and a miss, chasing a 97-mile-an-hour fastball from Bryan Woo, his 6th strikeout. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out.
Woo has been so consistent this year, has been especially dominant here at home.
And welcome back to T-Mobile Park, everybody, for the finale of the series with the Padres and the final game of the brief homestand.
Swing and a miss. A fastball at the knees for a strikeout for Woo.
Swing and a miss, strike 3. The throw down to second by Cal. The catch, the tag, and safe at second is Bogarts.
Swing and a miss. That was a beauty. A slider that he cuts through. Laureano goes down.
Swing and a miss on a fastball beneath the knees. 4 strikeouts for Wu. Fouls it back to the glove of Cal Raleigh. 5th strikeout for Wu. 2 down.
I mean, he literally nicked this pitch off the very end of his bat and straight into Cal's glove.
Swing and a miss. He strikes out Machado for the 2nd straight at bat.
A beautiful two-seam downward movement. Machado swings through. That's strikeout number 6 for Wu. And a big out number 1 here in the 6th.
He put him away. Not sure if he will be able to come back this year or not. Swing and a miss right on cue, and Williams. Strike 3 call. 95-mile-an-hour paint. And
is there a better feeling than having your ace start a important homestand? Bryan Wu.
Out number 1.
Swing and a miss for strike 3. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. Well, a little wrinkle that time. Breaking ball gets to Jay-Z, and there's out number 1. His 3rd strikeout. A swing and a miss, and a fastball running away from. Check swing. He goes around. Swing and a miss for strike 3.
When you talk about pinpoint control.
Strike 3 called. It just grazes the inner edge. 8th strikeout tonight for Bryan Wu. He got him up in the attic.
About that, would love some early run support as well. Bryan Wu getting the ball tonight for the Mariners, coming off a quality start already on this homestand.
It felt like 1995.
Swing and a miss, and Bryan Wu strikes out Mike Trout's weight. Swing and a miss for strike 3.
There's a 2-2.
Swing and a miss. Good back foot breaking ball there. Oh, that was pretty filthy.
Ooh, a long hold, the 1-2.
He got him. 98, his best fastball yet.
90, it's got skipper ride, and that fastball would get on you quickly no matter what the guns.
Guys would have hit more home runs.
Sure.
Because you wouldn't have had that protect motion.
Got him. Breaking ball just off the plate. The strikeout starts
on the way home.
Swing and a miss. 96 up and away. 9 punch outs.
Another 1-2.
He froze him. A career night for All-Star Bryan Wu. He knows it. He's got 10 punch outs for the first time ever. Strike 3 called. A career night continues for Bryan Wu.
For the show, Sugar.
The 2-2. Swing and a miss. A pump of the fist for Bryan Wu. A dozen strikeouts tonight. His 2-2. He struck him out. What a night, Bryan Wu. 13 strikeouts, 6 innings of pure domination when the Mariners needed him the most.
Bryan Wu is up on the mound pitching tonight for the Mariners.
Coming off a really good outing last time with 13 strikeouts, a little bit of resurgence in energy.
A wave and a miss, and he throws in a little wrinkle. A sweeper gets his first strikeout tonight. Swing and a miss. 97 up out of the zone. Nothing but pure gas from Bryan Wu in this first inning. Altuve goes around on a sweeper. Swing and a miss. 97 miles an hour, and Bryan Wu is cooking with gas. Well, that was a meatball, and Julio makes the catch. Allowed out number 2. Tries to get him to chase, and he does. Altuve strikes out on the sweeper for the 2nd straight at bat. 2 down. He struck him out. Dirty changeup. Bryan Wu, a little wrinkle in the 4th inning. Strike 3 called right there on the top rung. Walker caught looking. 7th punch out for Wu.
Come on. I'm not going there. I know.
Julio's got his sights on this one. Bryan Wu, everything you could hope for through 5 innings. He has blanked them. Clayton and Hillary, mom and dad, leading the cheering section here in Houston.
Gives him 2, and that's it. He got a chase for strike 3. Comes back to the target set. That's where he went, and he finished him off.